Happy New Year, everybody. It is I, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, here with day 27 of the 96 reviews that are a part of Award Season Reviews Season 2 and the completion of Feel Good Week. Now, for this, I am back in purple as I was for the start of the week and happy to talk about Warner Brothers' Wonka. Co-written by Simon Farnaby and the film's director Paul King, Wonka is the origin story of the chocolatier who wants us to live in a world of pure imagination. Now, Wonka is one of the few films to come out in the later part of 2023 to have great box office success. Now, as of this recording, being done today, January 1st, 2024, Wonka currently has a worldwide box office take of $387,162,717 with $142,762,717 domestically and $244,400,000 internationally. Now, these numbers will continue to rise, and this film did close out at number one at the box office for the last weekend in 2023. Now, award season wise, Wonka currently has two Critics' Choice nominations for Best Costume Design and Best Young Actor or Actress for Calla Lane, and it has one Golden Globe nomination for Timothée Chalamet, our new Wonka, for Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy. Now, as far as potential Oscar nominations, we will see, but it did not make any of the already published awards shortlists. So Wonka has no opportunity for best song, score, sound, visual effects, or makeup and hairstyling, which could have been one, but I digress. Now, other potentials, there could be a couple, and I will get there momentarily. But first, let me get into the film. Now, as I said, Wonka arrives in Europe ready to open his own chocolate shop, but this doesn't come without a cost. Literally. He is fined just for having a dream. Having no money left, he is able to find housing with a maybe too good to be true Mrs. Scrubbit, and before he knows it, and advertisement, reminder, always read the small print. He ends up enslaved with several other individuals, including the young Noodle, played by Calla Lane, who I already mentioned is nominated for Best Young Actor/Actress at the Critics' Choice Awards. Now, forced to spend his days doing laundry until he pays off his debt, Willie uses his mind to conceive of a plan to both pay his debt to Mrs. Scrubbit and also his chocolate shop. So, with the help of his fellow, for lack of a better term, inmates, and especially the young Noodle, Wonka will put his plan into motion. Now, despite these challenges, he will also have to deal with the chocolate competition, as it were, which comes in the form of an organization known as the Chocolate Cartel, working in cahoots with a police officer who will do whatever it takes to stop Wonka. But with a song in his heart and some pep in his step, Wonka will sing and dance his way to achieve his dreams, which not so much a spoiler, we know this is a prequel. How he gets through all of this, though, I will keep tight-lipped. Now, Timothée Chalamet's portrayal of Willy Wonka is very enjoyable. He has a bit of the winking energy that Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp imbued into the character, however, in a slightly less psychotic way, because while many say that Willy Wonka is abusive towards children and we wonder why, we haven't quite seen it yet, and we still see him here as very hopeful and full of life and excitement. His performance is very engaging. His dancing is incredible to watch, kind of reminiscent of a young Gene Kelly. However, as this is a musical, vocally he is not that strong. I think there was an opportunity to do a little bit better with the vocals, but the acting and the dancing covers this, making it enjoyable. So I do need to point that out, though. The vocal performance is not as strong as I would have liked them to be. Now, Calla Lane as Noodle provides a great counterpoint to Willie, and the chemistry between her and Chalamet is very genuine and fun to watch on screen. Now, really, this is an ensemble film with a lot of great standout performances, but probably not so much as the scenery chewing Olivia Colman as the villainous Mrs. Scrubbit. She goes through these scenes with such gusto that you can't not look at her and wish maybe we'd had a little bit more of her in the film. Now, technically, while the film did not make the aforementioned Oscar shortlists, it does excel in two categories that I wonder if it will make the cut when they make the announcements later this month. One of them, which the Critics' Choice did recognize, is the costume design. Now, costume designer Lindy Hemingway has some Oscar history, and her she won for Topsy Turvy in 2000, and this could be a potential return for her to the award season. The lush colors of the costumes and the way they evoked all of the different social classes in the European set tale were glorious to look at. Additionally, six-time Oscar nominee Nathan Crowley could hear his name for the seventh time for his beautiful production design. The inside of Wonka's chocolate shop alone could warrant this nomination, to say nothing of Mrs. Scrubbett's laundry shop and the Chocolate Cartel's headquarters. All in all, Wonka is a fun return to the characters we love and a wonderful family story that is not abusive at all to children, as the previous films have been referenced to be about. It was nice to see a fun family film. Now, for me, Wonka is a 4 out of 5 stars. If you haven't seen Wonka yet, you can still catch it in theaters. If you can, and I believe it's still showing on some, I would recommend you seeing it in IMAX if possible, just to see all of these gorgeous design elements on as big a screen as possible. There is no official word yet on streaming or digital release from Warner Brothers as that I could find as of this recording, but that could change soon. All right. So there you have it. That is the end of Feel Good Week. I hope you all enjoyed this set of reviews. Tomorrow we begin our next theme week based on a true story. We will head into the ring and race a car and hear some music and jump into the sea, go back to the time of civil rights and talk business, both successful and not so much. See everyone tomorrow as we move on through this season. You can follow me on all social media for more cinematic goodness. My 2023 year in review is coming very shortly. It's being written as we speak, and you can always compare movie reviews with me on Letterboxd. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new. And Happy New Year again.